Welcome back everyone to more Out There. Let's get straight into it and see how far we can get. Thanks so much everyone, actually, while we get started, for all your comments, ideas, suggestions for how I could be playing better and observations. It's been really cool, and I think this is the first game on my channel where I've actually got that community built around the game, which is pretty neat. So I want to say firstly, I'll probably play this game quite a bit throughout the future. FTL is a game that I've always really enjoyed, so I might bring that back up, that series up again as well, since it's quite similar to this. And there's a game coming out soon called Solar Crusaders, which from what I've seen is probably a mix of both of them, both this game and FTL, and that will be something I'll be covering on my channel hopefully as well when that comes out. So stay tuned for those, but for the moment, let's get Out There, and we're gonna go to the space station. And I haven't been going to it because I always forget, but I actually don't know if it's worth it. We got cost 10 fuel to get here. And in this case, I upgraded my fuel, so we're probably better off overall. Oxygen doesn't go down as quickly, but I've often found that it might give you just 6 oxygen back and then you're down a whole bunch of fuel. It's like, I don't know if that's worth it. But halfway through my interstellar travels, I found a rogue planet drifting in the cosmos, a gas planet dark and hiding in shadows. I went so close that its gravity drew me in for it. For a few seconds, I saw tiny lights on the planet's surface. I wonder what kind of strange civilization could have developed there far from any star. Alright. Let's land Rocky Planet. I wonder if there's going to be a artifact here. No, there isn't, because it seems to be a common trend that we've been finding one on the first lot, or the first planet, quite often. Someone asked also, by the way, about moving technologies. You can't move it. You have to either put it in the good spot the first time, or just assemble it and switch. So fuel's getting low, so we'll go to this gas planet, but our hull will probably take a beating. 49! That's a beating. Yeah, it doesn't have much in it either. I don't like how much your hull gets destroyed. Strange little monster, some kind of long ironworm embedded in the hull. I only found a little gremlin book that I discovered. He ate away through an oxygen line, so we lost 20. Doing pretty well on resources. It's going to be a very quick run. Let's split it. We'll use some fuel. Alright, 2 lots of fuel there. Should have had them together. We'll keep the oxygen for the moment because we might be able to refill it soon. It's just a rocky planet. Let's jump and see if we can find another gas giant. I don't mind wonder as the space folder cools down and then it spots. Oh, and then something moves in the shadows of the cockpit. There's something weird here. A mechanical centipede staring on the dashboard and it's looking at me. It suddenly scurries away and I follow it quickly. It stops and sniffs at my equipment. Then it starts taking it apart. I'll let it be, see what happens. Maybe it'll be positive. I watch as it goes about its business. It begins to remove essential parts of my equipment, but it seems to know what it's doing, so I let it continue. Besides, I'm curious. Amazingly, it begins assembling some unknown device. I don't think it will work. Perhaps it's missing some raw materials, but I think I know how to finish it. And when it's done, it chews its way through the hull and escapes into space. What a strange creature. Okay, so 2 technologies broke because it was breaking things, but we learned a new technology, and I was wondering if that would be the case. It seems like something which could give us a positive outcome, but I like there was also negative outcomes as well. So I can fix those. The soup jar conductor builds off the shield generator, increases the resistance. We don't have the shield generator yet, but we'll be ready. What did it actually need to create it? 3 of the W. Okay, so we've got a gas planet. 20 hull is not too bad. Alright, that's okay. I don't know if I'll go for another lot of fuel. I don't think it'll be worth it. Let's just keep moving. Oxygen, hopefully we'll find a garden planet soon. Continue on. Oh, it's a supernova. My space folder teleports me right into a curious sight. 2 large space butterfly-like creatures try to approach one another. Violent solar bursts force one of them into a retreat. It's about to be lost in infinity. Both of them are transparent, glowing with ghostly pulsating light. Pierce one of the creatures, try to connect them and leave. They're trying to approach. Let's try to connect them. I shoot a wide rope to delicately capture one of the creatures and pull it back to the other. It is struggling, trying to break free, but when it sees my intentions, it stops resisting. I rev up my engines to try and move the creature of such mass. This is a strange, a bit grotesque, but very touching spectacle for such an anchorite as me, seeing these mating games in outer space. After an hour of joyful dancing, they fly away, leaving droppings of strange matter behind. I can make use of it. So probably a maker. Yeah, I lost 20 fuel in the process, so Alright, so garden planet, that is good, and a gas planet for the way out. I wonder if we should get the fuel first, though. Probably. Cool. Lots of fuel. I'll probe one more time. Because even that there gave us easily double what we just invested. And now let's go down to the guard. Actually, we should stock up first on some fuel. We're going down to the garden planet. Let's get that oxygen back. Up to 100%. First race, the Zelkath. No idea what he's saying, so let's approve and see what it says. Doesn't want to talk, but we learnt the word for me. Not a useful word to learn. Death is a great word to learn. It really helps in those conversations. Alright. Oxygen. No iron. Take a little bit of each and see where it goes from here. I fly over the surface of a planet with a very shallow atmosphere, hoping to find someone or something that can help me. The planet's surface suddenly trembles, and an immense pyramidal creature appears before me, obstructing the nearest star the side of its body. The huge eye of the creature cracks open and looks at me. Its immense tentacle grabs my ship and busted. The creature, however, is trying not to crush me or eat me. It examines me. I don't know if we've drilled or be friendly. Let's be friendly and see what happens. I can't remember. Out of the scraps lying about my ship, I've made a sign. Oh no, I have done this one before. Oh, it's the friend who I can't bring to parties. That's right. I want to try drilling maybe next time. I want to see all the different outcomes could be. Land. That was done, wasn't it? I needed to empty some stuff. We could probably drill again, though. And then will give us a bunch of fuel. We don't have the resources for that technology yet. But then again, we also need the shield generator first. Get some more iron. Cool. Gas giant will be next on our list. That's a rocky planet. So here, 33 hull damage. That's horrible. I kind of want to get rid of one of these. So we've got, well, we do have an empty spot now, but I like having that empty spot. Looking out, yeah, both of them kind of come back together. I was looking at the path, the groupings of these stars. The gravitational waves in this area have played havoc on my equipment. Fill it around, some of it's working again, but the rest is completely out of order, repairing. 2 of them need repairing. We don't have that much iron left. We got 7. Maybe even lower now. Oh, thorium. That's always useful. But we need the shield generator tech. The moment I switched in the space folder, there was micrometeorite storm. A lot of fuel was lost, though. 20 fuel was lost. Oh, we've got the Omega. But that's it. We don't have any other resources. Okay, well, I think we're going to have to go into emergency mode. Let's start ditching stuff we don't need. Got a bit of healing. Because I'll have to go into fuel. And I guess we'll have to go to another planet. And hope there's a gas planet there. There was just a cute purple cloud, or it seemed cute from afar. Highly nice, completely fried my space folder. Stands and continues in all direction. Now, I can't remember which one I've done. But I'm going to shut everything down so we don't use as much fuel. Because we drift for hours and days, weeks, eventually I'm free again. It's a hell of an odyssey if I'm live and sane. So we lost oxygen. And the space folder's broken. Okay, but the gas planet's there. Let's hope we can survive. So let's repair that. Hull. Hold on. 37 hull. Of course it's going to be a planet. Which gives us pretty much nothing in return. Is this going to be the second loss now? Only 16. I can go to this garden planet, but I don't have enough fuel. I need to keep going to a system which has fuel. I can get there for exactly, but then I'll have to take a chance. But we won't have any fuel to... We're not having some good runs. We'll get there, and then we'll have to take a chance to get to the planet, to orbit it, and then we won't even have any fuel. So let's take a chance. I'm going to go to this garden planet, see what it gives us. Let's hope that the wife will give us some Omega. Oh gosh, it's a 50-50. Disapprove. I'll give you an eye, that's all I've got. Seems to like it. We learned the subspace reactor. We learned a friend evil I'm. Amazing words to learn. Yet. I have no fuel. Subspace reactor upgrades the power. Man, we've got 2 upgrades, which I don't think we've had them before, or implemented them before. But we've only got 2 fuel, and that's going to be an issue. So if I take off, we can't do it. And that's the end of the journey. Okay, so let's restart. That was a bit of a bummer. I'm just going to skip this first planet. Jeez, that feels further every time we go back. Okay, the off-world grey planet with inclusions of violet is cold and rocky. Human-sized constructions, houses carved in the rock, occasional tissue scraps waving in a precious oxygen breeze to refill my reserve. Looks oddly familiar. And then I see a temple carved from the rock. My god, those columns are so familiar, it looks fragile. Expect the exterior or interior. Interior sounds risky, because it's fragile, but let's do it. Here lies a half-buried spaceship, an ark that used to house the settlers that came from their mother planet. Nearly everything is broken or destroyed. There's a capital H missing there. Although it is clear that this place of worship was very popular long ago. All of a sudden I discovered a weird module that I could use reproduce on my ship. Looks like its purpose is relocation. Do we get the tech? We didn't get a tech from that. Interesting. I wonder if the message was supposed to give us a tech. We learned some words. Because it was talking about a module, but we didn't get the module. So that's kind of odd. 7's the magic number. That is not working out for me. Let's go to the Rocky Planet as well. Artifacts early on in the game are great. Bunch of iron. Okay. Take off, refuel up. Let's see how far we can get this time. We could go to every one, but that could take quite a while. Sometimes I wonder if I'm part of some large-scale experiment conducted by a government to evaluate the human capacity to fight madness, solitary confinement. Sometimes I feel like an alien experiment. One that we've also seen before. Gas giant, give us some fuel, please. Lovely. Oh, not that one. No, not that one either. Use that. And use that. We'll also repair the hull while we're here. Okay. Might as well go to this one here. Neutron star. In front of me there is a huge portal, a perfect ring floating into space, a ring a blue force field shines. Now we know the words. The words, judges, architects, and then we don't know the rest. Fly away or fly through. Let's fly through. I pass through. It's probably gonna teleport us. Static electricity tickles my body. Lines of unknown code. Write themselves across the screen. What's happening? My data has been tampered with. Okay. What is going on? Now, I don't know if that's a bug or not. I've just like completely bugged out this. But I've lost Chronix twice. I've lost Planetary Expander, but I didn't think we had that. I learned Wormhole, learned Ansible, lost it, learned Tau, learned Shield. What the heck do we have in the end? Tau and Shield. That was weird. I feel like things are breaking on me here. We've only got a tiny bit of fuel left. Let's go to this rocky planet. Okay, silicon. Alright, what was that? It was thorium. I need thorium. These are not thorium. We're on the quest for thorium. But it was strange, I came across a hydrogen cloud, some kind of mini-star that never fully ignited. I gave it a lot of fuel though. Oh, 15, that's not a lot. No, we need to keep moving, we've got no fuel. Red Star entered the system during a full software. Streets of fire towered over millions of miles of open space in all directions like the columns of a divine temple. Wasn't afraid, for I've decided there was no more beautiful place to die. Okay, here's the gas planet. Not too much hull loss. And a good lot of hydrogen as well. So let's stock up those tanks with that one. Alright, oxygen's getting a bit lower, so let's see if we can find a garden plant. Let's go right next door. Funny little parade with two streamlined wings fly from my ship. The words Judges Architects is written on it. It's black and round, it stops before my ship and blinks. Now, we know that the Judges and Architect is someone else, so I'm going to wait while it's scanning. I wait, it scans my ship, my stock, and then me. It translates me a message to my screens. Or else going to be I don't know, curious. We got oxygen from it. Man, that's not useful at this point of the game. We couldn't tell what it said. But I don't even know if like what it said would have really changed how I would have played. I'll get some more fuel, but what we'll do first is repair up. Fuel up. We're going to be topped up completely. Lovely. Let's probe a little bit more. 7, and we got like 16 back, so that's positive. Okay, let's go to this rock planet. Looking for thorium. Oh, thorium's found in garden plants because it's a more precious resource. So we need to find garden planets. I've managed to produce a few dozen graphene plates. I will write my name and my story on them using as few words as possible, so very hard to engrave. I have to use a powerful laser. I will gift them as a gift to aliens I meet, or leave them in special places on empty planets. Who knows, maybe humans will check my course someday. Huh. I think always getting more fuel is good. Look at that. That is definitely good. We don't need the HF for anything right now, don't we? No, we need the... Fine, let's get rid of that. So much fuel. Oh, that's amazing. Switch those around. Let's probe once more. On there. Okay. Rocky plant. Now we want thorium, so hopping around looking for that garden plant. There is a huge metal cube here floating in space. In its center, I see the word a square-shaped opening with the words. We don't know. Enter relief. Let's enter. Find my ship inside, and amazing. Millions of robotic arms approach and start working on the structure of my ship. Moments later, the arms eject me from the strange space factory. I check the hull. It's as good as new. Wow, full hull repair. That's kind of nice. And here we go. Okay, so we get some Omega technology. Let's refuel up first. Because I know that we'll get some stuff from... Let's see if we can get rid of that as well. Got 2. We'll get some stuff from drilling here. It's not thorium or platinum. Gold is useful. Solar sails, those kinds of... But we're also supposed to get a ship every now and then as well, so we must be close. Supposedly you can get a ship every 10 to 15 jumps. I know it's a small leak in the liquid nitrogen I see it too late to have taken some damage. Oh, another one. Yes, please. I like how they speak all the same language, actually. I just realized that. Doesn't want to talk. Then they wait for people, okay? Okay, again, let's drill. Still not what I need. Got a boat ton of gold though. Just take that for the moment. We should go to the gas plant now. We can never have too much fuel. Wow, we lost a lot of hull from that. Now, well, let's try. It's only 2. If we need a ship that needs cobalt, we can deal with it later. Any ship that we pick up, even if it needs to be repaired, I don't want to use all of that. Need to do it this way. Even if it has got more, even if it's broken, it will probably have more spots than this ship. Supernova. On a small planet orbiting the star, discovered some breathtaking place. Just like the Earth's Caribbean island, I landed in a peaceful coastal jungle. Went for a walk on the white sand. I fell asleep on the beach, cradled by the soft murmur of the backwash, and dreamed of a good old Earth. What a beautiful life here. Settle here. Can I just like end the game and settle here? Or trigger the Omega reaction? What is this? What does settle here mean? Could we just end? But I want to trigger the Omega reaction since I've got one. Omega reserves are vibrating. What's going on? Probing, I try to determine the source of my cargo's vibrations. A few strokes of the shovel and I unearth an odd device, which is too large for my ship. It feels like Omega brought something to life. Interesting. We found the Life Seed. That's an interesting turn of events. Life Seed takes platinum and carbon. We find platinum, we're on the right track. Platinum will instantly terraform a rocky planet into a garden planet. That, oh, if we can get that, that'd be really interesting. I was struck by a flash of gamma rays that could even kill the hardest asteroid. I smell like grilled meat. Oh, it's so gross, but somehow I survived. We lost shield generator even before we could build it. That's a shame. But look at this crystal ship. This looks pretty cool. It's got an extra row of spaces, which is great. It also has the thermal renaissance generator, which upgrades the shield generator, but it's never a shield generator at the moment. But actually, its resistance is higher. I wonder if that works, even if it doesn't. Interesting. Also have solar sails upgrading the power. So, let's dismantle and get onto the new ship. The space folder requires a silicon. This gives us... Oh, we have plenty of silicon. It doesn't have a telescope, but we can deal with that. It has a drill, has a probe. So let's transfer all across. Wow, that actually takes every spot. And dismantle the drill and build the drill in the corner, in the corner here. How much iron do we have? Yeah, we got enough. The space folder, this upgrades the shield generator, this upgrades interplanetary reactor, which is up here. I'll need to move that to there. These require platinum. I got 1. Probably shouldn't do that then. What does this cost? Interplanetary reactor. This costs 3. It gives us back 2. So let's put that there. Get some synergies going. Up in here though. Shield generator is going to go there. Can have 3. Possibly here is where we should build the space folder. What else we don't have created yet? Is the telescope. That can go in the corner. Oh. So I have to build the shield generator here. So if these can be space folder, these can be shield generator. So telescope can go there. We can't build the telescope because we don't have any silicon. What does telescope require? It doesn't require platinum, so we could patch a hole. We were close though by having the platinum again, the Life Seed, but we'll be fine for the moment. Okay, so let's take over the ship. Tinkle. Board a weird ship. So it's got the same power, it's a little bit better ecosystem and resistance though. Alright. Rocky planet. What are we after? Carbon and platinum. Let's have a nosy. Well, there's your platinum. That requires platinum. A W. That was for the previous run that we needed the W resource. A bunch of iron is useful as well. Oh, one thing I haven't checked actually. Silicon can be used for air. Weird. That's really weird. Look how it travels as well. I'm glad we found a new ship though. Do another couple of jumps, but we'll wrap up this episode in a moment. Hopefully we survive. Terrifying metallic thump outside my ship. Good news, it was a tank of fuel. Or Providence. A 50 fuel. Right. Let's go first to the garden planet. Count to the wife. And blah. Do we love? Yeah, I'll say approve to love. Technology, what is the word? I think we know what hydrogen means, so let's give the word... iron, let's give a hydrogen. Doesn't seem to like it. We know what the word of good is, not useful. Drill? Okay, so we can build the life seed. That was shield generator, that was that. So this one here will need to be the life seed. Actually, probably this one up here will possibly be best, up and away from everything. So we have life seed. So I guess it uses an omega. And gives us... creates a planet? I don't really know. We're gonna need all that oxygen. There's some fuel. We've got an omega still. Let's take off. I'm keen to try this out. And there is not a rocky planet. There's a gas one. Let's test it out. And then we'll have to continue the rest of the next episode. So let's find a rocky planet, probably in the system. Stupid accident. Oh, I broke something. What did you break? The hydrogen probe. Okay, so there's a rocky planet there. Let's fix that. So if you go to the rocky planet, we can orbit. To terraform. Do you want to? Whoa! Flatlux. So I guess that's terraform a planet. And does that use an omega? It does. Land. And there's life. Oh, what's this? I don't think we've seen those before. Omega and U. Now we've got an omega back, which is great, because I was about to say, from now on we should be really careful where we create it. We can use it for an emergency to get some resources and to, I guess, get oxygen as well. So that's really cool. Okay, interesting start. Hopefully we can continue this off. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next episode.